Would you be surprised if I told you that the Navy has credited you with over 160 kills?
Oh, that's not me, no.
So you're not worried about what might happen?
The answer for every shot that I took. Don't pick it up.
American Sniper, released in 2014, stands as one of the most intense and emotionally charged war dramas of modern cinema, built around the real-life experiences of U.S. Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, whose story unfolds with a gripping balance of battlefield precision and personal struggle. The film centers on a man sent into one of the most dangerous war zones with a singular, uncompromising mission: protect his fellow soldiers at all costs. From the very beginning, the narrative establishes a tone of duty, sacrifice, and moral tension, showing how a single individual's skill can alter the course of countless lives in the chaos of war. Chris Kyle's extraordinary marksmanship quickly becomes his defining trait, turning him into a guardian figure for troops on the ground, where every second decision can mean life or death. His ability to identify threats from impossible distances earns him a reputation that spreads rapidly among American forces, who come to rely on him not just as a sniper, but as a symbol of survival in an unpredictable battlefield. As his legend grows among his comrades, so does his notoriety among enemy forces, creating a dangerous duality that follows him throughout his tours in Iraq. On one side, he's celebrated as a hero, a protector whose presence provides reassurance in hostile territory. On the other, he becomes a marked target, with insurgents actively seeking to eliminate him. This tension adds a constant layer of danger, where every mission carries not just the usual risks of combat, but the added pressure of being hunted. The film captures this psychological weight with intensity, emphasizing how the battlefield is not just a physical space, but a mental one where fear, responsibility, and instinct collide. Each engagement is depicted with a raw sense of realism, emphasizing the split-second decisions that define a sniper's role and the heavy burden that comes with pulling the trigger, even when it is done in the name of protection. Parallel to the chaos of war, the story explores Chris Kyle's personal life, particularly his relationship with his wife, Taya, and their children, offering a deeply human perspective that contrasts sharply with the violence overseas. While he is physically present in Iraq, his emotional connection to home becomes increasingly strained, illustrating the challenges faced by military families separated by conflict. The film does not shy away from showing how distance and repeated deployments affect relationships, creating a sense of isolation that grows with each tour of duty. Taya's perspective adds emotional depth, highlighting the fear, uncertainty, and resilience required to support a loved one in combat. Their relationship becomes a central emotional anchor, reflecting the broader theme of how war extends beyond the battlefield and into the lives of those waiting at home. Chris Kyle's commitment to his mission is unwavering, and this dedication drives him to serve multiple tours in Iraq, each more intense and demanding than the last. His actions embody the core principle of never leaving a fellow soldier behind, a value that defines his identity and shapes his decisions throughout the film. However, this sense of duty comes at a cost, as the cumulative effects of war begin to take a toll on his mental and emotional state. The narrative carefully builds this transformation, showing how prolonged exposure to violence and high-stress environments can alter a person's perception of normalcy. Even as he achieves success in his role and saves countless lives, the internal conflict grows, creating a complex portrait of a man caught between his responsibilities as a soldier and his role as a husband and father. The film also delves into the psychological aftermath of war, particularly the difficulty of transitioning back to civilian life after experiencing the intensity of combat. When Chris returns home, he finds himself struggling to adjust, unable to fully disconnect from the mindset required to survive in a war zone. His everyday situations feel distant and unfamiliar, and the echoes of war continue to influence his behavior and emotions. This aspect of the story adds a layer of realism that resonates deeply, emphasizing that the impact of war does not end when a soldier leaves the battlefield. Instead, it lingers, shaping thoughts, reactions, and relationships in ways that are often difficult to articulate or overcome. The performances in the film contribute significantly to its emotional impact, with the lead portrayal bringing a nuanced blend of strength, vulnerability, and internal conflict. The character of Chris Kyle is presented not as a one-dimensional hero, but as a complex individual grappling with the consequences of his actions and the weight of his responsibilities. The supporting cast enhances this portrayal, particularly in the depiction of family dynamics and the emotional challenges faced by those connected to soldiers. Each character adds depth to the narrative, reinforcing the central themes of sacrifice, loyalty, and the personal cost of war. Behind the scenes, the film is crafted with a strong emphasis on authenticity, from its visual style to its storytelling approach. The direction focuses on creating an immersive experience, placing viewers directly into the tension of combat situations while maintaining a clear emotional through-line. The cinematography captures both the wide, unforgiving landscapes of Iraq and the intimate moments of reflection and connection, creating a contrast that underscores the dual nature of the story. The editing and pacing maintain a steady rhythm, allowing intense action sequences to coexist with quieter, more introspective scenes, ensuring that the emotional weight of the narrative is never overshadowed by spectacle. The screenplay draws from a best-selling autobiography, grounding the film in real-life experiences while shaping them into a cohesive cinematic narrative. This approach allows the film to function both as a compelling drama and as a reflection on the realities of modern warfare. Upon its release, the film generated significant attention, not only for its subject matter, but also for its timing and cultural relevance. Opening on December 25, 2014, it reached audiences during a period when discussions around military service, sacrifice, and the long-term effects of war were particularly prominent. Its distribution through major studios ensured a wide reach, bringing the story to viewers across various regions and backgrounds. The impact of the film extended beyond the box office, sparking conversations about the ethics of war, the experiences of soldiers, and the challenges of reintegration into civilian life. The legacy of American Sniper lies in its ability to present a deeply personal story within the broader context of war, highlighting both the heroism and the hardship associated with military service. It does not offer simple answers or clear moral resolutions, instead presenting a nuanced exploration of duty, identity, and consequence. Through its portrayal of Chris Kyle's journey, the film invites viewers to consider the complexities of war and the lasting impact it has on individuals and their families. The narrative remains grounded in its focus on human experience, ensuring that even amidst the intensity of combat, the emotional core of the story remains at the forefront. Ultimately, the film stands as a powerful example of how cinema can capture the multifaceted aspects of real-life events, blending action, drama, and psychological depth into a cohesive and impactful narrative. It serves as both a tribute to those who serve and as a reflection on the challenges they face, offering a perspective that is both engaging and thought-provoking. Through its detailed storytelling and strong performances, American Sniper continues to resonate with audiences, leaving a lasting impression that extends far beyond its runtime.